All you need is 17 seconds to manifest your goals and dreams. Sounds too good to be true? In today's video, I'll be diving in to this powerful manifestation technique. I will be sharing my tips and tricks, and also I have a couple of very powerful techniques if you have trouble letting go and detaching from the outcome. Let's go. Abraham Hicks is the creator of the 17-second manifestation rule. She says if you're able to hold a thought for 17 seconds, it will manifest into your life. Before we dive into the technique and how it works, I want you to make a guess. Feel free to pause this video and comment your guess below. What do you think is the average attention span? Here is what I found online. The average attention span is 8.25 seconds. And that's not very long. If we understand that the average attention span is that long, we can imagine that 17 seconds, even though it doesn't sound super long, can be a little tricky. At the end of the video, I have a 17-second practice timer. If you come back to this video, you can practice it as many times as you want. If you're completely new to manifesting, or you just want to brush up and read a little bit more in detail, I have an ebook that is called The Guide to Manifest. I will link it below and in the description. You can grab it for free. The 17-second method is pretty straightforward. All you really need to do is focusing on one thought for 17 seconds. And while that sounds maybe too easy to be true, that's really all there is. And as you can imagine, because we might not be able to hold their attention for that long, there's also other things happening within these 17 seconds. So here are my tips. First off, focus on one thought at a time and only one thought. If other things are coming up, just start over again. Think about something that you want to manifest in your life that you believe can happen rather quickly, and that you also 100% believe that it's happening for you. Make sure you actually believe it can happen. The 17-second manifestation technique has brought some really amazing things into my life, and it happens really quick. So if you just want to try it out, maybe with a cup of coffee or manifesting a specific text from a person, make sure you actually believe what you're doing, because we manifest what we believe, not what we want, not what we think we want. We manifest the things that we believe we deserve. So pick something that you know 100% is possible for you. Let's say you want to manifest $100 million and you're in your mind is like, that's not really possible, but I'm just going to say it. It's not going to manifest because you're not in the belief state that it's going to happen for you. Make sure you're in a space where there is little to no distraction, where you can actually just sit down, relax, feel good. The room or a space where you feel quiet and at peace. The more inward you can go and the less outside distractions you have, the better. You don't have to repeat the thought over and over again. So when I first learned this method, I was thinking, okay, let's say I want to manifest a cup of coffee. I'm just going to repeat in my head, I'm manifesting a cup of coffee, I'm manifesting a cup of coffee, I'm manifesting a cup of coffee. I found for me that it was not helpful at all, because I was just kind of reciting it as a blind affirmation. And while that can work for some people, it did not work for me. If you tried it in the past and that works for you, great, continue to do so. I chose to focus on one thought at a time and try to sit with this one thought for the whole length of the 17 seconds. The thing that can really help is writing what you want to think about down beforehand. If you tend to get distracted easily, and also your mind just in different places, writing down your intention or a mantra or an affirmation, that can really help. What has helped me is actually writing out an affirmation that takes up the space of the 17 seconds. So it doesn't need to have a bunch of filler words or something, but just writing something. I am manifesting a cup of coffee from my favorite coffee shop by this and this date. Thank you so much. If that took 17 seconds to say in your mind, then you focus 17 seconds on that thought. So you might just play around with this a little bit. Now, if you've been manifesting for a while, you know that one of the most important steps of manifesting is letting it go, detaching from the outcome and just letting the universe or whatever you believe in do its thing. And I can speak from my own experience. Sometimes that's not so easy because We are manifesting things that we actually want to dream about. So it's important to us, and therefore sometimes it can be really hard to detach from the outcome. I have some tips for you that help detach a little bit faster. Saying this or something better. I always add the sentence either in my mind or in my journal. I say this or something better. It focuses my mind to more abundant and open possibilities instead of getting down and focusing on the lack. This is going to happen, this or something even better. And then it gets me excited, it gets me like really hyped, and I can't wait for that thing to happen. And I know, I'm like, okay, I said it, it's this or something better. A similar technique is the yes or yes technique. It's also pretty straightforward. At the end of your manifestation, just add the sentence yes or yes. There's only one answer. And then one more tip, which is an incredible technique to detach. I hope it takes a while to get there. I can take full credit for that because I saw that on Andrea Schulman's channel, and it's such an amazing technique. So all you do is thinking or saying out loud, I hope it takes a while to get there, which might sound counterintuitive because, we want that stuff and we want it fast. Let's say you're at the airport waiting for your flight and it's been delayed and delayed and delayed, and you're kind of like, oh my God, why I want to go home, or I'm looking forward to go to this destination. With this technique, you're focusing on and trying to find positive things that can happen from waiting even longer. So let's say, oh, I don't mind waiting for this flight. I hope it takes a while until we take off because I had an important email to write and now I actually have the time to write it. Oh, it's not so bad the flight is delayed because I can actually have a moment of peace and quiet, get a coffee and sit down and just do nothing. Oh, I have another half hour to actually have time to read my book. If you find ways that make it okay that the manifestation isn't happening right now, you'll be surprised on how fast it actually is going to manifest, because you're completely detaching yourself from the outcome, because you're okay. You gave up all the resistance. You just let go and you're like, okay, whatever. Like, we're going when we're going, and then just see what happens. And you're probably faster on this flight than you could ever imagine. Before we start with the 17-second timer, be sure about your one thought. Maybe have your written affirmation or intention ready. Make sure to be in a quiet, comfortable, safe space. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Let it out, relax, and let's begin. If you want to activate your manifestation power even more, I have a video with affirmations right here that you can watch next. I'll see you soon.